So who is responsible for the Sony hacking attack? On Wednesday, U.S. government sources told news agencies that it's North Korea, but the White House would not confirm that today. Whoever it is carried out an intricate plan to extract an immense amount of data from Sony's computer system. Joining me now is cybersecurity expert and president of Berkeley Varitronics Systems, Scott Schober, to talk more about this. So, Scott, the group that many are speculating is behind this is called Bureau 121. Yeah, who are they and what are they all about?
Yeah, not many people know about them. We're used to hearing more of the traditional hackers that are going after credit card information and things like that. This is a very, very different group of hackers. This is the elite. Almost like in the U.S. would be like a special forces. So they're associated as a spy group to the military. And these are specialized trained individuals from a really young age, 16, 17 years old. And they're the best of the best, about 1,800 of them or so that they're calling cyber warriors that are trained to focus in and attack computer networks, mostly targeted towards South Korea, obviously. In this case, it looks more like it was the group that targeted the Sony attack.
So in your experience, you think they are responsible?
Pretty good chance it is. So it appears to be that it's a nation state sponsored through North Korea. They'll deny it, of course, to the hilt, but it's appearing, because this is a sophisticated attack. There could have been some aid on the inside, so it could have been an insider job, feeding some very specific information about Sony's network. That's very likely, and that would allow them to really make a fierce attack and take all of that information as they did.
What kind of damage can a group like this do?
Oof. Well, tremendous amount of damage. If you look just specifically at Sony, that's one thing. Obviously, they spent $40-something million in the marketing and so on and so forth. But really the bigger picture, if you look at it, it sets such a strong precedent for other corporations in America. That's the scary part. And if Sony backs down, as they did, and say, we're not going to release this, what message does that send to other hackers that are nation state sponsored? They're terrorists. That's really what it is. That's very, very scary.
Yeah, what do you think this could bring in the future since they did back down?
Well, imagine any other organization that's backed by a group through China, through Russia, whatever else the case may be. They could now really focus their attack and say, hey, there's very little penalty, if any, so let's turn it up and go hit corporate America and really do some serious damage. It could affect the economy and really affect the globe if you think about it.
So how can companies protect themselves in this environment?
Well, number one, obviously, I think we're going to see something very soon, more than just what we heard today from Washington, because now it's not just a hack. Now it's taken to the next level where it goes over to the federal authorities. It's investigated, but there's got to be a response. I think they mentioned a proportional response. What's that going to be? We're going to find out very soon, but it's got to happen soon to prevent further attacks, because now it's going to mount further and further, and they're going to be very aggressive.
All right, very interesting. Thanks so much, Scott
Thank
Schober,
you.
for joining us here in the studio.